For centuries, humanity has tried to understand the shape of the world in which it lives. Before telescopes, satellites, and space travel, the Earth was a mystery surrounded by myths, beliefs, and limited interpretations of reality. The idea of a flat Earth did not originate as a modern conspiracy. It arose naturally in ancient civilizations, which observed the horizon appearing flat and did not have instruments to see beyond what the eyes allowed. For many ancient peoples, the Earth was imagined as a disk surrounded by water or supported by divine forces. This view made sense within the knowledge available at the time. However, already in ancient Greece, this idea began to be questioned. Philosophers and mathematicians noticed inconsistencies in the notion of a flat world. The observation of shadows was one of the first indications. In different cities at the same time, shadows had different lengths, something impossible on a completely flat surface. These observations led to the conclusion that the Earth needed to be curved. Centuries before any satellite, the sphericity of the planet was already defended with solid mathematical arguments. Another simple clue came from the sea. When a ship sails away, its hull disappears before the mast. In a flat world, it would just get smaller, but would remain fully visible. Navigation also depended on the curvature of the Earth. Sea routes, visible stars at different latitudes and time zones, only work on a spherical planet. Contrary to popular myth, the Middle Ages did not widely believe that the Earth was flat. European universities were already teaching that the Earth was a globe. The idea that humanity believed in a flat Earth for millennia is largely a historical distortion created centuries later. The modern flat Earth movement emerged in the 19th century, driven by distrust in scientific institutions and the difficulty of understanding complex astronomical concepts. During this period, some people began to reinterpret scientific experiments, ignoring fundamental variables such as atmospheric refraction and gravity. A common argument is that the horizon looks flat. But this happens because the Earth is extremely large. The curvature is not noticeable to the naked eye over short distances. At high altitudes, the curvature begins to become visible, something that has been repeatedly recorded by commercial flights and scientific missions. Satellites depend directly on gravity and the spherical geometry of the Earth to remain in orbit. Without this, GPS systems simply would not work. The technology we use daily requires an extremely precise mathematical model of the planet, and all these systems would fail in a flat world. Images of Earth taken by different countries at different times and by independent technologies consistently show the same result. Modern experiments, conducted even by independent groups, confirm the curvature of the planet when carried out with appropriate methodology. So why does flat Earth still attract followers? The answer involves psychology, institutional distrust, and the power of social media. Conspiracy theories offer a sense of belonging and the seductive idea of possessing secret knowledge denied to the rest of the world. Science, on the contrary, is not based on belief, but on repeatable evidence, constant review, and correction of errors. The model of the spherical Earth does not exist by authority, but because it has survived centuries of tests, measurements, and practical applications. Each rocket launched, each satellite positioned, and each successful space mission reinforces this model. The Earth is not flat, not by opinion, but because we have proven for centuries that all planets are spherical, slightly flattened at the poles. It is not a trend, it is a fact. There are hundreds or thousands of ways to prove it, even with a camera recording launched in a balloon. Reaching an altitude of 10 to 15,000 kilometers, the images are captured and the flat Earth theory collapses. Questioning is essential, but questioning requires method, openness to revision, and commitment to observable reality. Forcing a theory that is not sustainable is akin to believing in a conspiracy theory. The legend of the flat Earth teaches us less about the shape of the planet and more about how we deal with knowledge, doubt, and information. Understanding the world as it really is does not diminish the mystery of the universe. On the contrary, it makes it even more impressive. If this content made you reflect, follow us and keep exploring the real mysteries of the universe.